When the war ended, thousands of German prisoners were shipped across the Atlantic. They expected harsh treatment, hunger, and punishment. Instead, they found something they never imagined: kindness and color. In one American camp, the guards handed out pieces of fruit, bright, sweet, and golden. Many prisoners had never seen such food before. No one in Europe, starved by years of blockade and rationing, had seen a banana or a pineapple in years, let alone had one to eat. And what happened next? A simple act of sharing changed the mood of the entire camp. Stay until the end to see how a piece of fruit became a symbol of humanity between enemies. When Germany surrendered in May 1945, millions of soldiers laid down their weapons. For many, the war was over, but captivity was just beginning. Ships carried thousands of German prisoners of war across the Atlantic Ocean to the United States. They arrived expecting the worst: revenge, punishment and humiliation. But what they found instead stunned them and changed how they saw their enemies forever. Arrival in America. For most POWs, the first sight of America was overwhelming. Long piers, rows of trucks, bustling dock workers, and a skyline untouched by war. No bomb craters, no ruins, no hunger lines. They saw prosperity and order, and it felt like another world. After processing, the men were sent to camps scattered across the country, from Texas to Pennsylvania, from Oklahoma to Florida. Each camp followed the Geneva Convention: fair treatment, medical care, and regular meals. This rules of fair treatment applied to both prisoners of war and soldiers alike. And those meals, more than anything else, became a shock to the system. The first meal. The first breakfast many POWs received included eggs, toast, butter and coffee. Some camps even served meat, a luxury unknown in Germany for years. But one day in the summer of 1945, a supply truck arrived at a camp in Georgia, carrying boxes of bright yellow fruit. Bananas, stacks and crates full of ripe bananas. The American guards passed them out like candy, tossing them to the prisoners as a small treat. The Germans stared in disbelief. At first, they thought this was a trap. For most of them, it wasn't just the first time they'd seen a banana in years, it was the first time in their entire lives. Tropical fruit had been almost impossible to find in wartime Europe. A moment of confusion. The prisoners turned the fruit over in their hands, puzzled. Some thought it needed to be boiled. Others tried to bite into it, peel and all. Laughter broke out across the camp. Even the guards laughed, not in mockery, but in good humor, showing compassion and humanity. One American sergeant peeled his banana, took a bite, and gestured for the others to follow. Within seconds, hundreds of men were mimicking him, grinning as they tasted something sweet for the first time in years. For a brief moment, the barbed wire didn't seem so sharp. The pineapple and the orange. Soon after, shipments of oranges and canned pineapple arrived from Florida and California. The POWs marveled at the smell, the color, the abundance. In Europe, fruit had become a luxury reserved for the powerful. Now, even prisoners of war were handed more food than most civilians back home could dream of. This was a moment which should stick with them forever. One German prisoner later wrote in his diary, "They gave us fruit that tasted like sunshine. For a moment, I forgot I was a prisoner." Word spreads through the camp. The story of the Fruit Day spread quickly. It became a symbol of what America represented. Not weakness, but plenty. Not revenge, but principle. The guards and prisoners began trading language lessons, stories, even songs. Small gardens appeared behind the barracks. Some POWs volunteered to help with farm work, picking the same fruit they once couldn't imagine existed. By the fall, many POW camps resembled small functioning towns, orderly, clean, self-sufficient. The lesson of abundance. To the German prisoners, the abundance of American food revealed something profound. They had been told that America was soft, decadent, undisciplined, but they realized something else entirely. A nation strong enough to feed its enemies was a nation too strong to defeat. The tropical fruit became more than a treat. It became a quiet message, a symbol of what victory looked like when guided by decency. After the war, when the prisoners were finally repatriated in 1946 and 1947, they brought those memories home. They told their families about the farms, the food and the fruit, about the day they learned that compassion can be more powerful than conquest. Some even wrote to their former guards, thanking them for their kindness. And when post-war Germany began to rebuild, those men remembered the taste of that first banana, that first orange, reminders of what a free and prosperous country could be. This is a true World War II story, because sometimes a simple act, a simple fruit, can become a reminder that humanity survives even in war. Do you agree? Let us know in the comments and subscribe for more true World War II stories.